give just a little different insight on what this project is so we can have better ammunition, better fuel to actually go and share the opportunity, because it is an opportunity, and I'm excited about that. It's been said by some people in the industry that this will be one of the best projects, if not the best projects of 2022. I'm going to record this now, start this recording.
Recording in progress.
Just for the recorded. Welcome again, I'm TW Dawson, and we're going to just go through this presentation. I have some special guests with us today, and we're going to have them speak. I'm going to go through the presentation. I see the chat is going really, really well. A lot of people are in here from all over the country, from Nigeria, India, America, Canada, Philippines, Australia, all over the place. So South America, South Africa, Georgia, Maryland, Wisconsin, Cameroon, Iraq, Uganda. You know, this is truly a worldwide global organization, a global community. And that's why I like for people to come in and talk, speak in the chats and tell us where you're from, because it just warms my heart to see so many people that become family throughout the world. So with that being said, I am going to find this presentation over here. And I'm going to share my screen. Let's see what we got here. Oh, one second. Let's see. Share my screen. I'm getting a message from right here. Share the screen. And we're going to start right here. Guys, take a second and just look at this right here, because this is very important. When I saw this first, I saw them first. I saw these pandas first. Yes, Jay, you can go ahead and do that. I saw this pandas first, and the first thing I said I was excited about was the marketing on this. These pandas represent us as a community. And in this community, we are people who have decided that we're no longer going to accept the norms of society where we're allowing people, specifically big companies, government, central bankings, to take advantage of us as they have for so many years. I find out in most parts of the world, underdeveloped countries, there's been, they haven't had opportunities. They've been taken advantage of, ciphering their wealth by deflating them, devaluing the currencies and inflation and all kinds of different things. But these pandas represent us as a community that are going to fight back. We're punk pandas. We're going to rebel against what's going on. And what that really does is puts the power back into the people's hands. And that's what I'm so excited about. I've lived my whole life as a life of service, serving communities, serving different industries. And the one thing that I want to see is our people prosper. I want to see people, regular people, everyday people prosper. And I haven't seen that through the course of my life consistently. But I believe putting this project together, being one of the persons that helped out in this project, I'm excited to be able to offer a project for the people. And the people are responding to it. And you guys are the people. And I'm excited about that. So when I look at this first slide, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. And as we move on, let me just open this up. And as we move on, imagine if you had a messenger app like WhatsApp, Telegram, and you use it every day and got paid to use it. Imagine if those rewards that you got paid with were ownership in a company. Imagine when WhatsApp sold to Facebook for, please mute yourself. Imagine when it sold for $19 billion that the people that were Imagine when he sold for $19 billion that the people that got this started all were actually rewarded in that same time, all right? Just imagine, there was about 2,500 people that got WhatsApp started, that really brought WhatsApp throughout the world. And when Facebook bought WhatsApp, they didn't get rewarded at all. They just didn't. And what we want to do is change that. We want to make sure that from now on, the business model the protocol and business models will be to expand your community and allow the community to benefit as the company grows itself. And this is the most important part about our company. And what we have is a messaging service, right? And the more people are becoming concerned who's listening to their information. My phone is ringing off the hook. Let me just turn this off. And I remember it was a few years ago, maybe about 6 or 7 years ago, when I would talk about something and I find an ad the next day, thought it was strange. Then I would talk about something else, maybe a pair of shoes or a piece of jewelry or something, got an ad the next day. I thought it was really, really strange. And I said to myself, I said, wow, these guys are really listening to our calls. And at first it was something that we all saw, but then we got conditioned by it. And by being conditioned by it, I mean that we decided that it was okay at some point. We decided that, okay, in order to text grandma or send pictures to our loved ones, we were willing to give up our privacy, our right to privacy. We decided that was okay. And what they did was they took advantage of it and they continued to do it to the point now where it just becomes a norm. What we want to do is take that power back and put it into your hands. We've created an app that is completely secure, and you don't have to worry about your messages, your conversations, your images being shared or sold to someone. And most importantly, you are no longer the product. This is probably my favorite line in the whole presentation. Is your data safe, or are you the product? And when I realized that, wow, we are really the product. These companies are making billions of dollars off of us, and we have not even touch the surface in what these companies are making and have made. But for the most part, they don't share it. They don't do anything for us. They just take, and we're the ones just dealing with it. Now, introducing PunkPanda. Now, as I said earlier in the call, I saw Albert put this whole thing together. I sat and watched him take different industries, different companies, different failures, and take all the bad things out of those things and only keep the good things. And I saw him with my own eyes create PunkPanda. It was one of the most amazing things that I saw. I remember throughout the last year, 2021, 5 different things that we had on the table. Each one of them had a great element, from the Helium project, from another project in the gaming system, from another project that we had looked at with a nonprofit. Then there was another project called ECC. It was so many different things, and all the good things we took out all the bad things. And when we created this, it was a perfect situation. It was a perfect storm, basically. And it's the world's first messaging app that pays you to use it and to share it. Wow. It's totally free, and that's the most important part. All right, you get paid multiple times a day. We have a military-grade encryption protocol that protects your privacy and your data is secure. All right, the more you use it, the more you share it, the more coins and tokens you get. So what I want to do right now is I want to have, let's have Goggin. I don't know which one you go by. If you can unmute yourself and just share with us a little bit of the excitement that you're having in your organization. And I know you're fairly new, but let's just talk to us about what's going on in your organization and how things have been going.
Perfect. Thank you, TW Dawson. Thank you so much for giving me that opportunity to speak. I'm not gonna take much time, but the leadership we have, it's amazing, guys. It's every time I talk about leadership, the mentors you have. So you have they give you the path, but you have to run on that path. Okay, so the motivation you getting that. So same thing, you duplicate the business partners. I'm the Babu. He's a great, amazing person. We're in the same town. We have a very good friendship, and like he introduced me with this business just a month ago, and he's helping me a lot to grow the business more and more. Okay, and it lasts from 1 month. I have over 6,500 people in the business. And the more keep coming, like when I wake up, like 200, 300 people, it just keep signing up. I see the numbers is growing, right? And the token we are generating, the free tokens, the free money we are generating, every half an hour. This is the amazing. This is the like it's kind of life-changing opportunity, guys. And some people I was just discussing with the one of my from teammates. They were saying that when they're gonna launch, definitely they're gonna launch. Do not slow your speed to building a network. So you got the opportunity, you got an extended time, so build a more network so that you can generate more tokens. And then everything, the app will coming in in 14th of February, I think. TW Dawson, I think.
Yes.
It's yes. So it's amazing, guys. It's amazing opportunity. You guys are free of cost. People sometimes don't value those things when they got on a free, but try to understand that this is the digital future is coming, guys. So you have to grab that. So this is the train you have to catch later or sooner. You have to catch it. Why not today, right? So grab that opportunity and work hard, and you will getting a result. Definitely, I'm getting a result. Thank you, guys. Thank you, all the leaders, all my team. I love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. So back to the presentation. So as he said, he's getting free cryptocurrency coming into his wallet every 30 minutes. And the most important part about that is that he didn't have to put up an investment. In the beginning in Bitcoin, in order to start a Bitcoin mining system, we had to put up like $3,500 or some type of cost that was, for most people, out of most people's reach. They didn't have that income to do that. But with this right here, what we're doing is we're allowing people to come into and get into a real business where you can actually multiply your efforts by joining forces with your community and generate free cryptocurrency. And how does it work? Every 30 minutes, we have a smart contract that mints new tokens. And when you use the app, you earn tokens. When you share the app, you earn tokens. And just by the mere fact that once you've used it and shared it, you've earned those tokens, we're going to give you tokens on top of tokens just by having those tokens sit in your wallet, right? That's important because at the end of the day, you have an ecosystem with your tokens in your wallet by itself. You're building on the tokens that you already have just by using it and sharing it. And that's an amazing thing that we came up with. And so what it looks like is this: 275 million tokens are available for max supply. Now that's a number that most people that are in the crypto industry are marveling about because it's like, wow, that's not a lot. Some companies have billions of tokens on the market. Some have upwards of 900 million. We have a modest number of 275 million tokens max supply that cannot be created. We cannot create more. All right. We know about the listings. So we started at 10 cents. Some people who've gotten in at 10 cents is in a private sale are sitting on hundreds of thousands of dollars right now. I'll just say that. I have a guy in my group that put a modest $5,000 in, and now he's over with all the people that he brought in and the interest included. He's almost close to $60,000. So he's made his investment 10 times. And there's several examples of people just getting interest of about $70,000. And this is what this token has been able to do for some people. And people are very, very excited. And because of the big rush at the end, we extended the pre-sale. So we have an extended sale during the time that we're doing our marketing and promotion for our actual listing. All right. So we already talked about that. You earn from your phone, proof of Panda pounds, proof of staking, and there's a max supply of 15 max supply for the next 15 years. And like Bitcoin, we will do a regular schedule of halving. So in other words, we will cut the supply in half, and that shows in the next slide after this one. So this just breaks it down again. 275 million, 65 million are pre-mined already. Out of that 65 million, it goes to the incubator for pre-sale, marketing, airdrops, Panda Power Rewards, liquidity pool, founders, and team contributors. All right. So the other 210 million will have to be mined. All right. So in other words, the only way people can get tokens after that is if you put your tokens on the market. Okay. I'll explain that in a second. I just said it. Now listen what I just said. Now there's 65 million tokens that are going to be pre-mined. Right. So these 65 million tokens, right, are already out. They're in our apps. They're already in some people's wallets. All right. Now, over the next 15 years, the remainder 210 are going to hit the market periodically every day. All right. So now when we have a rush, when we list, where are they going to get their tokens from? They can't get it from this supply unless they join the app. So if they go on a listing, they're going to have to get it from us. So we have automatically built the place where you can sell your tokens and cash out when the time comes. All right. And so the first year, 2,100 tokens are coming down the blockchain every half an hour. All right. Half of that, 50% will go to those who share it, those who use the app. The remainder 23% will go to pretty much those same people, but in a form of a staking bonus, right? And the other 12% will go to those who bought in the pre-sale or in the farm in the form of a staking for holding in that particular on that particular site. And then we have another percentage that goes to development, marketing, expansion, anything we need to build a company, maybe a new product or so on and so forth. So now this is important now. In the next 2 years from now, the supply is going to drop from 2,100 to 1,050. However, the blockchain will change its time slots from 30 minutes to 20 minutes. All right. Okay. So now we're getting less tokens, but they're coming in faster. And that's what's going to happen for the next 4 years. Less tokens, then they're going to come in faster. Less tokens, we're going to cut that supply in half, and they're going to come in faster. All right. So right now, what I want to do is have Jay come on and unmute yourself. And if you want to come on and share for a minute, and I'm going to say this, and I know Jay doesn't, I don't have to say this to Jay, but for those speakers that are coming, try to keep your comments down to a minimum because I want to keep this about an hour long. All right. So Jay, come on and share with us your excitement and things that you want to bring to the group.
Thank you, Mr. T.W. Dawson. I appreciate that. You can hear me okay?
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. You guys understand how excited we are. Yesterday, I went to bed like almost 3 in the morning. Couldn't get on Mr. Albert call this morning, though I got a lot of people on that call. And well, I just want to inspire all of you with a wonderful story today before I introduce 2 pastors. And thank you, Gagan, for that intro. Thank you, leadership, Mr. T.W. Dawson. Here's a story, and it applies to our life. There's 2 types of lions. Did you know that? There's a lion in the jungle, which is considered the king of the jungle. But there's a lion, unfortunately, he's been trapped by a hunter. And where he ends up in a cage. He ends up in a zoo. And that lion in the cage, in the zoo, with time, he becomes comfortable. He becomes in his own comfort zone because he's programmed, like they give him food on time. He doesn't have to hunt. He forgot with time that he used to be the king of the jungle. And you know why I'm telling you this story? Ladies and gentlemen, we also get trapped like that by some people. Sometimes we don't realize. We get a job. We feel comfortable. We wait for that paycheck in Canada. We wait for it for 2 weeks. And then we feel like happy. Then we wait another 2 weeks, right? But over time, we become in our comfort zone. We don't realize that we've been trapped also. We're working on the dreams of others. We're working on the dream of someone else. Whereas that lion in the jungle, he struggled for some time. Yes, he doesn't get food on time, but he's considered the king of the jungle. Freedom basically is where the jungle is. We all have that potential to be that king of the jungle, but we've forgotten over time. We've been trapped by jobs. We've been trapped by other things. Ladies and gentlemen, what this ownership of this company have put together, what Mr. Albert Mew, what Mr. Marcus Schubert has put together, it's a life-changing opportunity. It's giving us freedom like this lion in the jungle. And I won't say much. I think if I inspired one of you here today, that's more than enough for me. And these days, you know, we are trying to bring a lot of pastors in this program. And today, with the help of one of my mentor, Mr. John Collins, who I have a lot of respect, he was able to explain to them that, any religion, any faith you belong to, it's not within the four walls now. We have to go beyond and give that freedom to a lot of people are waiting for this opportunity. So without further ado, thank you, Mr. Dawson. But I would like, when you get some time, to introduce Powerful Steve, who's going to introduce one pastor, Mr. Pastor Ricky Shetty. And I'm telling you, these people are going to bring pastors all over the world in a matter of time. That's going to impact their community and impact this company. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Very, very powerful. We have a couple of slides, and I'll get down to Powerful Steve just in a second, all right? Get ready, sir. All right. So what this really is big data. And we're not big data in the sense that we're controlling your data, but we're creating a information, a network, a community that's transferring information back and forth. And that's very valuable. So when we get our evaluation, and if we do along the same lines as these companies, the main thing that these companies did that got them their valuations is they reached 1 million subscribers, 1 million registered users within 1 year. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been 2.5 months, and we already got 360,000 registered download using the app. How much longer do you think it's going to take us to get to 1 million? It shouldn't be 6 months. We'll be able to break all types of records. And I think 360 in 6 weeks is some type of record, I believe, already. But when that happened, they were quickly able to scale to 400 million. And that 400 million mark is when they took off. And that's when they got their valuation. So it looks like this. There's a word called critical mass. And that critical mass point is about 1 million. Once we reach that million, I'm just going to say this right here. We're going to have a great summer. We're going to have a great summer. Those who are with us right now and see this vision, we're going to have a great summer. Because once this thing takes off to 1 million people, the world doesn't stand a chance. I'm talking about it's going to grow like rapid wildfire. And these companies have evaluations of upward $98 billion. Can you imagine having the tokens? I want everybody to do this right here. If you're on the chat, go into the chat. Do the math in your head. It doesn't have to be accurate, but just think about the tokens that you have in your wallet right now. If you didn't get another token, some guys are new, but imagine if that was a piece of a company that was worth over $50 billion. Could you just imagine what number that token will be worth? Can you imagine the value in your wallet right now if the company went to an evaluation of $50 billion? And I know some people don't really understand those numbers because 50 billion is a big number. It's a number that most calculators can't even compute. But at the end of the day, you look at a WhatsApp or Zoom or those stocks are upwards of $150 to $300 a stock. So if you have a token in your wallet right now that was valued at that, just imagine what this summer is going to be like if you didn't do anything but just be consistent with where you are. Can you imagine 4 to 5 months from now what your wallet is going to look like, and after we reach 1 million, and what the impact of that 1 million people in this industry are going to look at? The people in this industry are going to look at 1 million downloads. They're going to look at the white papers, they're going to look at the promotion, and they're going to evaluate this company. And the tokens that you have in your wallet right now are going to skyrocket. All right. So PunkPanda's token is a utility token. The value is supported by the products. So that's what I'm saying. When people outside of our community look and evaluate this company, they're going to look at our products. We have encrypted messaging service. We have encrypted file sharing service. Panda Meet, where we have a video conference service. We have a data vault, a storage program. We also have digital crypto wallet, games, video games, NFTs, DeFi, lending, and we have gifts and stickers. These are all products, all right? And I want to get into the products. But before I get into the products, I'm going to have a powerful Steve, right? I want you to unmute yourself and just jump on, and you can go ahead and introduce the other gentleman as well, Pastor Ricky, I believe. So you guys, come on as a team, however you guys want to do it, and then we'll finish up with you guys, and I'll finish the rest of the presentation. You guys, unmute yourself and go ahead.
Thank you very much, T.W. Dawson. Always a pleasure to work with you. You are an elder and a statesman in your presentation. I'm going to introduce right now my best friend. Time has nothing to do with spirit, so I have known this man for probably less than a day. And I just finished calling him my best friend. That's how much we've connected in the realm of the spirit. And I'm going to speak after him. So I'm going to allow him to address the room right now. My new best friend, Pastor Ricky.
Hello, greetings from the Philippines. It's actually 2 a.m. and I've joined the call at 2 a.m. and I wanted to thank Pastor Steve. I wanted to acknowledge that there's several pastors in the room here and Christian leaders, and you have to remember this: if a pastor puts his name behind something, it must be through prayer and through discernment and through the guidance of the Holy Spirit. So just wanted to acknowledge the presence of God, because, you know, the King of the world, God, if he is here, we have to acknowledge him. And thank you, everyone, for joining today from around the world. We have people from Canada, US, Europe, here in Asia, Philippines, and India, and over there in Africa. So thank you, everyone. God bless you, and to be God all the glory. Thank you. Salamat.
Okay, thank you very much, Pastor Ricky. That was awesome. Thank you very much. Can you guys hear me okay, or is there a reverb? Can you hear an echo?
Gotcha.
It's fine? Okay. I want you to continue in the realm of the imagination, what T.W. Dawson started talking about. He presented it very well, and I salute him. Iron sharpens iron, and he inspired me. And so I want you to imagine, continue down that vein of imagination. I can remember when I was 6 years old, I would imagine anything and everything. I was going to tackle the world. But as we grew older, we lost sight of imagination. Reality sets in, and then the things that we used to talk about, I'm going to have a 100-foot yacht, and I'm going to own a jet, and I'm going to fly all over the world. All of a sudden, those things got shrunken. And it's no longer a dream. It's probably more like a nightmare. But then here comes an industry, a business. I'm 57 years old. And I dream a lot, but not as much as I began to dream when I met Babu. Babu's the one that began me on this road just 2 Sundays ago. And now I can't stop dreaming. So I want each and every one of you right now to go back to when you were 6 years old, when you could tackle the world. Go back to all those things that you were dreaming about, because I'm here to tell you, you are in the place that you're going to fulfill all of those dreams. Mark my words. If you would put in the time, if you would put in the effort, you will be able to acquire all those dreams you used to dream about when you were 6 years old. So I say to you, dare to dream again. T.W. Dawson, that's my popcorn today. I got an hour to give you, but I'm obedient to leadership. He said, give you a popcorn. That's my popcorn. Dare to dream again. T.W. Dawson.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you guys. And as he and Pastor Ricky just stated, that in order to put your name behind something like this, you have to have a feeling. There has to be a feeling involved with this. And as I mentioned on the call earlier, there's a certain mood that you get, a certain feeling that you get when you know that you're in the right place. I want everybody to think about, it could be anywhere, you could be anywhere, especially on a Sunday. You could even be in church and doing a good thing, but you're here right now. And right now, you have to know that this is the right place. You have to know that, as Powerful Steve said, this is the place that dreams can be fulfilled. See, we could be watching TV, we could be watching football and watch their dreams of winning a Super Bowl be fulfilled. But no, we're here in the process of having our dreams fulfilled. And that's so important. That is so important, ladies and gentlemen. And again, I can't make promises because it won't be fulfilled for everybody, but it'll be for those who dare to dream. It'll be for those who dare to work. It'll be those that actually go out and put the work in. And as I said on another call, listen, we're looking for stories. We're looking for the story from the person that had nothing. And to be able to stand on a stage one day in this global business, on a big stage in front of everyone, and say, when I started PunkPanda, early 2021, late 21, early 22, this is where I was. And because of the opportunity, because of the leadership that I developed, because of the community and the family and the morals and the conviction that I had, this is where I'm at now, standing before you, and my life is completely changed. This is so, so important. And this is why I believe that this project is the project for right now. So I'm going to go on. I don't want to get, see Super Steve, Power Steve, he got me on my, that, but I'm gonna dial that down and go back into the presentation. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate it. All right. So our products. So again, each Panda represents a product, right? So we have our PandaApp, which everybody knows about, everybody's using it. We're in beta. Again, the 14th of February, you'll be able to send sweet nothings to any loved one you want. You'll be able to send pictures. You'll be able to do so many different things without any consequence or any issues, right? And again, if you don't know, our app has a few features that you might want to consider, all right? And these are cool. We have a hide or zap your content. I don't know if you guys noticed that because some people are new, but you can actually hide your messages on the app. You can zap it. So if you send something in error, you can retrieve it and the person will never see it. All right. You can also send files for up to 15 to 20 minutes. You can't do that on WhatsApp. You can't do it on iPhone or Android. You can do it through our app though. All right. And so we have also our pro versions of different things. And this is how we generate our income. Because there's going to be a question, okay, how does PunkPanda make money? We're giving all these tokens away, but how are they making money? Well, most companies make their money by stealing your data. We know that. But how does PunkPanda make their money? There's something called a freemium business model. And it is somewhere down the line in the presentation, but I'll just go over it now. It's real simple. If we have 1 million users and only 2% of the users actually upgraded their services from the free version to the premium version, that will be enough to generate enough profit for business to continue with no problem, with no issue. So that's where we generate our money from, all right? And so Panda Post, you have the ability to transfer files like a Dropbox, large files, all right? And you can upgrade if you want to transfer bigger files, all right? Panda Meet, it's just like a Zoom, what we're doing right now. We have a peer-to-peer in the encryption, which is secure. We can actually be on this meeting and be secure. Unlike Zoom, unfortunately, somebody can hack into this right now. Remember, our #1 priority is security. That's what we're here for, right? We have Panda Vault. Again, another security feature. You can actually store all patents and digital assets inside this decentralized storage protocol, and it's an amazing technology. And we'll talk about that as we start getting closer and closer to the 4th quarter when it'll be coming out. But these are the things you can upgrade, and this is how PunkPanda makes their money. Now, right now, these are a couple of other things that we have, and these are the things we're most excited about right now. Panda Profit obviously is the DeFi. So everybody knows DeFi is decentralized financial instruments, right? So in other words, we're taking back our currency, all right? That's important. We're taking back our money by using these instruments instead of using monetary or fiat money, right? And this is a big thing, we all know, all right? But what we're most excited about is Panda Play, all right? We've already launched the world's first fantasy sports gaming site that is basically crypto, the first one that uses crypto for payouts and to use it. And that's so important because what that does, it allows another layer of protection from central banks and governments. You win on the app, you take your money and you decide when, where you pay your taxes from, all right? And that's important. So you're gonna actually make more money by winning on this app than you would on a regular app because they'll get, the government will get 30% of whatever it is you do. Now, again, I'm not a gamer, I'm not a fantasy guy. But those who do that, they understand how important that is and what the significance of that percentage is. All right. Now, again, we talked about case studies, and this is stuff that we already know. We talk about it over and over and over. The bottom line is this right here. When these companies hit 400 billion users, the numbers of their valuation started to skyrocket. All right. And 400 billion is an attribute of hitting that that million user sweet spot early. Now, if you acquire 1 million users over a course of 3 years, you may not get that critical mass, but if it happens relatively fast, that 400 million is just a foregone conclusion. And if we hit 1 million users, or when we hit 1 million users in the next 3 to 4 months, we're going to scale to 400 million so much faster than these companies did, because we'll have that critical mass early on. And that's going to be important. So again, whatever you're doing right now, what you should be doing is finding a way to build your Panda Pals community so that you can get these tokens on a consistent basis. I think it was Goggins said that he had a goal to get to 3 tokens every half an hour in the next few weeks, few months. That is an amazing goal. That is something that we all should be aspiring to, because never in the history of time will we have access to more tokens per half hour than right now. All right. This is the best time right now. 6 months from now, when we hit 1 million people, that 2,100 tokens that come down every half an hour is going to be divided between 1 million people versus divided between 360,000 people. So think about that. All right. This is just a case study of a company that gave out a free app. All right. But the only difference is they gave out tokens that were worthless, and people jumped on this app. They have 25 million users within 2 years. Wow. And the only thing they promise is that they're going to give you a token that's currently not listed, currently has no value, currently has no services, no products, don't even have a date where they intend on listing. The only thing they do or are doing is have stolen your data and sold it to somebody else. That's how they stay in business. All right. We talked about the freemium version. The freemium protocol. All right, so Dropbox uses as well. They have 700 million users. Only 2.2% of their users, which is 15.5 million users, pay to upgrade. That's tremendous. You can really make good money by only having a few people out of your community buy your services. And our roadmap. We go over the roadmap all the time. Right now, the most important thing on this roadmap is not up here. Is the beta version in February. The most important thing that's not up here that we'll be listing, but we'll be listing closer to March, the end of February, March. All right. The Panda 11 is out already. Our app is coming. The new version, the Bentley, that's going to be so exciting to be able to get on this app and use it and be able to share it with some of the people and some of the leaders that you might not have shared it with because you didn't want to miss that opportunity by giving them something that wasn't fully functional. So once that happens, the company is secure to be able to put marketing behind this project. We're going to do whatever we can do to help you guys from the corporate side of things to help build these organizations, build these communities. And as the leaders know, we're accessible. We're here for you. Whatever we can do to help, that's what we're here to do. And that's probably the most important thing about this project that I'm hearing that a lot of people are saying is that the leadership is really, really accessible. And that's what we want to do. So having said that, we have a couple of minutes because we're actually done. I like to keep this one an hour. So what I want to do is I want to open it up for 4 questions. And these questions will go into the chat. All right. We're not going to open it up because there's so many people up here. We're going to have 4 questions in the chat. All right. So I'll give you guys a couple seconds to throw some questions in the chat. And then myself and maybe some other leaders can jump on those questions for you. Okay. All right. No questions? No questions? All right. Well, right now, what I'll do is I'll have Jay come on and just kind of close this out then. All right, Jay,
Well,
unmute
yeah, was
yourself.
it, if you guys have some question, I know there's some new people from Costa Rica who came all over. Feel free to ask. But I would like to invite one last leader. She's working really hard in Africa. Her name is Kurvinder. If she's on the call, she might have 1 minute to share a quick story.
What is her name?
Kurvinder Samra.
I don't see her. I don't see her. All right, so let me just let me answer these questions. If you can look through there and find, I'll answer some of these questions on the chat right now. So we have let's see. First question is, when will you start the Zoom app system? The Zoom app system. So that is on the let's see. I'll pull the roadmap up again. In the roadmap, we were planning on having it rolled out. Let's see. Panda post file sharing system, Panda Meet. Panda Meet is for the second quarter of this month, of this year. So we were planning on having that. So the situation with that is right now we can have about 50 people on the Zoom right now, but because of security protocol, in order to scale that, it's a little more difficult than just having an unsecured server. So once we get it up to 200 to 300 people, then we'll be satisfied enough to be able to do it. But it's done. We just don't have enough room because obviously if we do a Zoom, it'll jump to 50 people very, very quickly. So we want to make sure that we have that. So that's the second quarter of this month. That's when we'll have that. All right. Were you able to find were you able to find a person, Jay? Jay, were you able to?
Yeah, I think she's here somewhere. I can
Okay,
see.
I think I see her. Okay, she can mute herself now. Oh, I'm sorry. Do that again.
Bear in mind, we have two people with
Hello,
their hands
T.
up.
Dawson, and everybody in everywhere in the globe. I joined late, but I missed your presentation, but I'm here. You are doing an amazing job. This company is amazing. Like why I'm working with South Africa and Nigeria, I'm already a networker and I'm working with the other company. When I see this opportunity, lots of time people, they are saying fortunate and unfortunate word they use. I'm saying in networking marketing, this is not like even any more stand. Anybody can do anything. That's the way I believe in a human persons. And the first person I'm saying, and I'm giving applause for him, Abby. He's in Ghana. The first person I met, and I know him like from couple years, and he's going rock star. And everybody, this is just starting. This is the opportunity. It doesn't matter what networking, what profession you're coming. They're giving you a free. Anyway, we are doing it like we are using a phone. We are using this like messaging apps like from where we are not getting paid. This is the first generosity human bring that messaging app. We can share with our loved ones, family, friends, and we get paid. Think about like even like in a moment and think about you are doing it already. You don't need any degree. You are talking to your family, friends. Just open your mouth and share. Download PunkPanda app and you're gonna get paid. And step by step, how much like think about Albert, T. Dawson, Marcus, or all the leaders all around the globe. I'm so thankful, Babu. Think about me, send me this opportunity, and I'm working from since December. And I want to like that's my dream. I want to touch as many as lives I can. Even like I go through with like tough time from 2 weeks, and but I'm still talking every day, one or two persons where I can bring on a platform. I'm telling how fortunate you can. It's 2022 for every networker. How you wanna be like design your life, that's like in your hands. If anything we can do for you guys, you can count on us, you can message us, you can join all the groups and get all the information you can. They see like a simple work to do. Just open your mouth and tell your family, friends, download the app. And if like you are looking for investment part, any other networking marketing, they have a package start from $100 to $200. They see like they're asking you 50 minimum, go above 100 if you're gonna go with their pool money. And you can, as much as you can do it, like investment, no forcement, just like do it what you can do and ask each other how we can help and support each other in our families and our neighborhood and our communities. Always like nothing we are accidental, everything is attentionally. If you pay attention, you will get it. Opportunities are everywhere, but this is like very, very simple opportunity. Take a time.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I'm just going to answer a few of these questions in the chat. The first question, has PunkPanda already been launched? Yes, but technically no. When I say yes, we launched it because we launched our app. However, we have not launched to the world. We are in right now a beta process, and the leaders that are a part of the beta process are helping us perfect this. So when we do open it up to the world, we will be all intact with no flaws, no bugs, no kinks, no stumbling blocks. And to answer the question even further, the real launch will be when we actually hit the exchange. And the exchange, we're listing on Pancake Swap, and that will be in the next 6 weeks. So that is the answer to your question. Hello, Max. If a person wants to change the phone, know then how this works. Okay, so changing the phone or changing the number, two different things. If you change your phone, your number should transfer over. That should be no problem. Changing your number is not available until we do the 2.0 version, which will be in February on the 14th. All right. How old is the company? Good question. Technically, the company is a few years old. If you might find old things on online from PunkPanda, but the new version has started just over the last 6 months. When it got into Albert and Marcus' hands, then we put it together and we created something. PunkPanda had an app that was sitting on a shelf for a few years, was dusty, had some pictures of a panda, as Albert said earlier, and an app that was kind of funky, worked a little bit. And what we did was we created this whole system and an ecosystem behind it. And that was in the last few months. So it actually hit Albert's desk around, actually he said July 27th is when it hit his desk. And by September, we had a working product and we were ready to actually open it up. And I think we actually really launched the app in October, and then we started the smart contract on November 15th. All right, so that answers that question. Okay, let's see. So how is the network marketing part of it? Okay, so how is the network marketing part of it? Technically, this is not a network marketing company at all. We have an affiliate program. When you refer and share, you get rewarded. But at the same time, it's not a network marketing company. How does it work? It's real simple. Like anything else, you share it, you use it, you'll be rewarded. It's just really that simple. I don't really know how to answer that because it's a weird question. Not a weird question. I take that back. But it is not a networking part of it, but it's just a sharing affiliate program. Real simple. You have a sharing link in your phone. You send it out to your people. They use it. You communicate with them. And guess what? You'll be rewarded for it. All right?
I think Powerful Steve has a question. He's raising hands.
Yes. So I'm going to finish these questions first. And I'll let him finish. I'll let him close this out. All right? So I really gotta give this nugget for, oh, that's Steve. Okay, yeah. All right, so I just wanted to make sure I answered all the questions in the chat, so we're done with that. And from that point on, yes, Steve, bring us home. We got 1 minute. We're closing out. All right, on you, sir.
All right. I'm speaking right now to all the Africans, all the Philippines, all the places what somebody put and called you third world. They chose to make you third world. And so they don't want to give you the technology. They don't want to give you the clean water. They don't even want you to have a good banking system because you're the third world. I want to let you know right now that that is a thing of the past. But you have to understand one thing right now. A farmer cannot wake up in spring and go out for harvest. A farmer gets up early in the morning in spring, knowing 6 months down the road he's going to be rewarded for the effort he begins now. When you begin and you have begun, you're not going to see the money yet. The money is not there yet, but guarantee when I tell you, 6 months down from here, you will never look back again. Your lives, your family's lives, every single person you know right now, their lives has already changed because you are here. All I'm saying to each and every one of you, just give it 6 months. Thank you.
Thank you, powerful Steve. With that being said, I tried to throw some music on for the last call. Don't really know how to do it. I'll be figuring that part out. But for now, what we'll do is you can unmute yourself and just say goodnight, say bye. We hit it in exactly an hour. I really want to just, again, thank the leaders for your patience, for your perseverance, for your consistency. Thank John Collins, Jay, Goggins, powerful Steve, the new leaders, Pastor Ricky, the young lady, I can't pronounce your name, the one that spoke, and anybody else that I might have missed that's on this call that have been growing their organizations and just being an ambassador for the PunkPanda project. This project is truly, completely for the people. And again, listen, I've known Albert for a long time, like really, really long time. I've seen this man work. There's nobody that works harder than Albert. I'm just envious of the amount of stuff that he can get done in one day. And what he did was put this project together basically in 6 weeks. And it's just astonishing, and it's marveling, and it's just amazing. So let's be appreciative to that, and let's do our part. The corporate part of this is done. We still have a few things to overcome, the app, the listing, but in the meantime, we all have a part in this. And if we all do our part together, then we'll look back one day, we'll be in a coliseum filled with leaders, and there'll be nobody in that coliseum that wasn't able to fly private. There'll be nobody in that coliseum that's worried about what's going to happen next month as far as their finances. There'll be nobody in that coliseum that even concerns themselves about the things that most people go through on a day-to-day basis because they have truly gotten what their dreams are. And if you don't have a dream, I'm going to tell you what the first dream you should always think about: freedom. Freedom is the number one thing. We don't want to be attached to no system, to no government, to no dollar, to no monetary thing. We want complete and total freedom. And freedom comes in so many different ways. But the first way to get real freedom is to get economic freedom, because the people that control your money control you. And once we release ourselves from the control of money, then therefore we've taken our freedom back in our hands, and we can purchase other freedoms with that. So ladies, gentlemen, you can unmute yourself. And we're just going to say goodnight. I appreciate you guys. I love you. Thank you.
Thank you. Be that lion free in the jungle.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Awesome job, guys.
Recording
awesome
stopped.
Job.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap. Gentlemen, appreciate it. Thank you very much.
And yourself likewise. What's the climate out there, TW?
Oh, man. Right now, it might be like 20-something degrees. If you're lucky, it's like in the 30s.
Uh-huh. I've been hearing a whole lot of stuff in the UK going on about COVID and these, they're shutting down the centers.
Yeah, where are you located at, Powerful Steve?
Toronto, Canada.
Okay, you're in Canada. Well, I've been hearing a lot about Canada. Their governments is going crazy, doing all kinds of lockdowns and mandates, and people can't move around. And I don't know,
Well, you know what's going on right now in Ottawa? All the truckers right across the land, they drove to Ottawa, and they said they're not leaving until they repeal the law. They shut down.
That's what has to happen.
Yeah.
And you know what? And that's so important. That's important. People have to come together and say this is ridiculous. See, I'm going to speak now. And those who are on this call, now the call is over. This is no longer the views of PunkPanda. All right, this is my view, my opinion. So I'm not representing the company when I say this, but I live in America, right? And the whole idea of the American dream is that we are a nation under God. So that means that we're getting our laws. We're being governed by God. God is what gave us the right to be free. Nobody else, just God, right? And because of that, we decided to come together and create a constitution based on God's law. And once we had God's law, we have our constitution, and then we elect people to protect that constitution. And from the people that we elect, then we allow them to create legislation so that we can live and govern ourselves based on the constitution that's based on God's law. So somehow or another, we got it flipped where we are allowing the people that we elect to control us when we're the ones that are we should be controlling them by basically putting them in office and holding them to the mandate of what the Constitution is, which is based on God's law. But that's just how I see it, and that's just how it is. But somehow or another, people, we have got comfortable. We've got safe and secure because we'll give away our freedoms in order to be safe. We'll give away our freedoms in order to be secure. We'll give away the right to make $1 million just to be safe so we can make $20,000 and not have to worry. And that's what's going on in the world. But it takes people like us, people like you, people like the people on this global call to say enough's enough. The first thing we have to do is control our money. Because that's how they get you. If you don't take this vaccine, if you don't do this, we're gonna take your job away. What are people gonna do? They gotta provide for themselves. So the point that I'm making is this right here. It's a global movement that's going on. It's not just happening in Canada. It's happening everywhere. It's happening in Paris. It's happening in Australia. It's happening all over the world. And we just can't let them just take away our freedoms like this. We this is just ridiculous. So that's just my story. I could go on and on and on about this, but I'll digress. And again, guys, I just appreciate the fact that we're coming together as a global family, because now what happens is this, and I'm gonna tell you another thing. The mainstream media is the culprit because they hide the truth. They got us in America not seeing what's going on in Paris. They got us in America not seeing what's going on in Australia. They got us, we don't know what's going on because we can't see, we have to go out. But now if we have family all over the world, again, like the internet did, was connected us all. If we're connected, then we know what's going on and we see the play. Oh, this is what they did in Australia. They're trying to do the same thing in UK. They're trying to do this. Oh, this is what's going on. And that's what makes us smart. That's what makes us more powerful. So that's my spill. Again, these views are not the views, necessarily views of PunkPanda. They're the views of me, T.W. Dawson, and I stand by my views no matter what. All right? So guys, gentlemen, ladies, appreciate you.
TW, I have to ask you one question before you cut us off. When are you going to put your name in the ballot box?
You know what? I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and I said, you know what? I'm 46 years old, and as a 46-year-old man, there should be some types of evolution in your progress in the community. You go from violence, you go from doing little cookouts, giving out hot dogs and juice boxes, to coaching little league, to doing little community sport, going to the prison ministries, volunteer. Then at some point you're at a position where you have a responsibility to take bigger issues on. And I said, politics is the next evolution, really, if you're really concerned about your community. But at the end of the day, I have to really see that if there's a better way to impact, I might look at that. But being a politician is, but there could be a better way. There could be a better way to impact. And I'm looking for those ways.
Well, I want to let you know, TW, that I would never encourage you to do something that I'm not willing to do for myself. I ran for city council. The first time I ran, I came 6th. The second time I ran, I actually came 2nd. and the only person that beat me was the incumbent. That's how I became a community leader. So anything that goes on in the city of Brampton, I usually do get a phone call. And so even though I'm not an elected official, I've become a leadership among my community. And then, of course, the cloth does something else, the spirituality. I don't live in the walls of the church. Anyone will tell you. They call me street people because I minister on the streets. That's where they have the homeless community in my community called me pastor. They've never been in a building, but we have the greatest church service right on the street corner. And so I salute you, my brother. I salute you. I salute everybody in this room, because for you to be here right now, you are in the position to change the world. You are in the position to influence people and policies. You have to understand, this is not just you coming in a part of something to have some money in your pocket. It's bigger than that. You have to see and understand that. Do you realize right now, if everybody in this room right now says no to wearing a mask, 360,000 across the world, we only like to say no to wearing a mask. You realize what we can do? Now we're talking about hitting 1 million before WhatsApp. We're going to beat that. We can have a conversation. We can strategize.
Lost you, Steve. Your service is going out, but I echo what he's saying, and that's what we're building up to.
I don't mind if you say.
It's freezing up. I don't know if it's because of what we're talking about, but it's freezing up on us. So
when it gets to that point, TJ, just say, "Hey, Powerful Steve, wind down, pull back. I will never get offended."
Oh no, that's not a problem. It was just the call was freezing up. It was freezing up on you. I was in the middle. I was trying to wait for it to click on, but it freezed up. But I echo everything you're saying. We're creating a powerful community, and I think the most important thing that you said is that this is not just to put a couple coins in your pocket. This is to do some life-changing stuff right here. This is something that can really impact generations. As Damon Dash said, this is hustling not for your first name, but for your last name. This is so we can do something that's going to be powerful on this globe and impact. But first of all, you got to think about it like this. We have a movement that organically is global by nature, just automatically. It's just automatically global, immediately, day one, just from the leadership, from the leadership being in different parts of the country and having influence, or excuse me, the world rather, it's just global automatically. And so with that being said, we'll have a responsibility as a community. We will have a responsibility as a community. And I think it comes from the leadership. And the one thing I can say about Albert and myself and Marcus is that we really care about the people. It's hard to say it, but my track record speaks to that. I don't have a problem saying it because my track record. I volunteered in the prison ministry for 15 years. As a young man, 18, 19, 20 years old, gave up my youth to go to the prisons on Sunday mornings, Tuesday mornings, and Wednesday nights, consistently for 15 years. I locked myself up in a cell for 15 years to teach and bring information and light to people. I volunteered in the community doing so many different things, and so it's always been a passion for me to help. And now that I'm in position, that I have a vehicle, that I have a tool that I can actually share with people, this is like me fulfilling what I'm here for. And I know there's other people that feel the same way. I know that there's somebody on this call right now that's saying, wow, this is the same thing I wanted to do. Well, we're going to do it together. And we just keep working together. And that's what it is. I got a guy up here, my guy, Kay. Kay, unmute yourself, man. Talk to us a little bit, man. The call is over. The call is done. We're just chatting. Whoever wants to leave, they can leave. We're just chatting. Kay, unmute yourself and talk to us a little bit. Kay, Babasan. Where you at, my brother?
Hey, TW, thank you so much. Thank you for honoring me at my event yesterday. I've been trying to unmute myself, but I guess you've not given me the permission to do so. Okay. I want to say a very big thank you to everyone on the call. I share Steve's sentiment, and I also share the sentiment of TW. Irrespective of the amount of money you make in life, life is totally empty if you're not actually impacting your world. I think where you have great fulfillment in life is the opportunity to actually impact our world positively. And this vision is mind-blowing. Like I've always told TW, one amazing thing that comes to mind to anyone that comes in contact with this vision is just the fear of this is impossible. Why are we getting this on a platter of gold? Why is it just so free? You know, people are sometimes scared when they receive things that sounds too good to be true. They're wondering what's the catch? Why free? Why do I make money for free? It's just to let you know that people have gone through so much in their lives that when things comes in this kind of package, sometimes people are also wondering what's the end result. But I'm so grateful that I have an insight. The unseen opportunities, I have the opportunity and the grace of God to be able to design, to be able to say, hey, this is a fantastic people to go with. Leadership is very important. For me, beyond the opportunity to make so much money on this project, I'm grateful for the opportunity to God for the opportunity to be connected to people like T.W. Dawson. You can perceive his spirit. You can perceive his personality, who he is, beyond words. Words are powerful. But, you know, the spirit of individual is also very, very important. So I'm eternally grateful to God. It also reflects what my future holds, to have the opportunity to come in contact with T.W. Dawson and so many of them on the team. So I can't stop thanking you for the opportunity, your humility, your person, your personality. It's amazing. It's contagious. You speak from your heart all the time, and greatness just oozes out of you continuously, non-stop. And you see, what we did together yesterday, it's started a movement that no man can stop. No individual can stop. It's a tsunami that when we look back together as a family, a year down the line, we'll be grateful to God that we were able to spark the fire yesterday. We started it with sown a seed, even as I leave Nigeria to get back to France. Even if I don't come back throughout this year, I know I've sown a seed or something great that has started with or without me. It has a life of its own. And I'm sure, like I told you, my target is to have a minimum of a percent of the population of Nigeria. We're looking at a nation that has over 200 million people. If I can have just 1% of this, which is 2 million in my community, I believe I've done something. And that becomes my community, my platform. And I have their details. I have my own PunkPanda inside PunkPanda. Can you imagine that? My own community in PunkPanda. It's amazing. It's amazing. I don't know what you see if you're on this call. I don't know where you are. I don't know what your contemplations are. I don't know how far you want to go. But I tell you, with PunkPanda, you can write an history. With PunkPanda, you can actually set the course for something great. This itself can give you opportunity to build a community that can take your business, your personality, your career to the next level. At this point, I just want to stop, because if you give me the opportunity, I'm not going to stop. TW, once again, thank you so much for who you are. Thank you for loving me the way you love me. And thank you for all the opportunities you continually give me. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. And listen, if you guys don't know, this gentleman put together an amazing event yesterday for his country. He sacrificed and stayed in his country for over 4 extra weeks off of his vacation just to put together something that could impact his country. I really, really respect it. I appreciate him. And like everybody else on this call, I love you guys all. Listen, I didn't realize that everybody couldn't unmute themselves. So what I'm going to do is allow everybody to unmute themselves to say goodbye. And I'm excited the fact that out of the 60 people that were on the call, maybe we were up to like 70 or 80, there's still 37 people on. So you guys deserve at least to be able to just say good night and bye. You guys can unmute yourself now. All right.
Thanks, GW.
All right,
Thank you. Thank you.
Good
Thank
job.
you so much. Thank you.
Good night from Ukraine.
all right, Ukraine.
Good night from
Good
South
night
Africa.
from Uganda.
Good night from KZN, South Africa.
Good night, big brother from Soweto.
Good
South
night
Africa.
from Denver, Colorado.
Denver. All right. Family all over the world. Listen, once this COVID thing is done, man, I'm traveling. I'm telling you guys, I'm coming to where you guys are at. All right. I will be there. I will be in Cameroon. I will be in Nigeria. I will be in Uruguay. I will be in Canada. I will be all over the world. Once this thing is clear and we're able to travel and have large gatherings, that is my promise. I will make sure of that. All right, guys. Good night, guys. I love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Together. Yeah. You don't have a Bible here.
South Africa, please.
Yeah, come to South Africa, Soweto, next to Nelson Mandela in Vilakazi Street. We will give you the best service there.
Absolutely. I will be there. All right, guys. Good night. Love you guys.